Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the JDS Review. Today we're going to be going further into another keto-friendly product that has hit the waves on social media, one that I was flooded with, particularly Freeze Fit ice cream, rather. And what we have here is we have just a sample that I bought online, and it was $7.99 with free shipping. And what this includes, it includes 2 servings of Freeze Fit ice cream. Now in the container itself is not the actual ice cream, but rather it is only the actual mix itself, in which you have to mix with water and then put into either a bowl, or what we're going to do is that we're going to put them in popsicle molds here, that way we can try it individually. Now the directions are clearly on the back, and it's pretty simple to make. The instructions are also on their website as well. I'll just put a link in the description below. On the back is a nutritional label. As you can see, this is not a very big package here, and for $7.99, even with shipping, if this is a sample, the regular prices are going to be pretty high there. And as you can see, I don't want to quote the price because it could change by the time this video finally gets uploaded, or you could be viewing this quite some time, and so I don't want to be deceptive or misleading. That's why I definitely check the website out for the most current prices as to what they are. Now keep in mind, because this is keto friendly, it is definitely going to be on the expensive side as always, but the nutritional label, as you can see on the back here, it has overall 10 net carbs per serving, and there are 2 servings in this bag. So if you were to consume the entire thing, that would be 20 net carbs overall. Now if you're just starting off on keto, I would certainly recommend you not do that, because what you want to do with keto is to take as little amount of carbs as possible in here. So here's the front package here. So far as of this recording, there were only 2 flavors available, vanilla and chocolate. Vanilla was the one I selected, in which I had wanted to go ahead and sample. What I have will be blending is going to be a NutriBullet. This video is not about the NutriBullet, but it is a fantastic product that I can certainly do a different review on with a couple of different recipes on here. But the instructions are, I went ahead and poured 6 tablespoons of water in the container, which I've already done, and that'll actually make 3 fluid ounces total. Then I'm going to go ahead and open the package, put it in there, and then we'll blend it, after which we'll put them in the popsicle mold, and then of course I will let them freeze overnight, and we'll try them out, and I'll let you know how they come out. I'm going to go ahead and pour the contents in there. There we go. It doesn't look like a lot, so I'm curious to see if we'll even be able to fill all 4 molds. So as you can tell, this is the absolute first time I am trying this out. So we're going to look at this together. Alright, so I've got the mix in the blender. We're going to go ahead and blend away. Now, because the NutriBullet is such a powerful blender, and definitely unlike most conventional blenders, I'm certainly not going to leave it in there too long, otherwise it'll definitely become very soupy, which of course it doesn't matter because it's soup anyway, but I definitely don't want it to become warm soup either. So I'm going to wait a minute or two, let all of the product pour down. We're going to pour them into the popsicle molds and stick them in the freezer. Alright, so that's going to be what it looks like after it's been blended through. So we're going to go ahead and pour it through and see how this works out. Okay, we have one with a little bit of spillage around the ball. And not a whole lot left. Wow. Not even enough to fill, and you can't even get 2 molds out of this thing. Wow, what a pity. I'm really disappointed so far. I was really expecting to hopefully at least get a full 4 popsicle molds. This way I can share them with my wife and kids. That way they could all be able to share each, but unfortunately I'm going to have to be selfish for once, and I'm going to have to keep this one to myself maybe just share one of them with my wife, because clearly I only have enough here to make. Now, I could have diluted it and put in more water, but I really didn't know what I was going to get out of that, and I wanted to follow the instructions exactly as the bag shows. So keep in mind, if you order a sample through FitFreeze, remind you, that's just a sample. You're going to be spending $7.99 just to get 2 freezer molds, and that equates to roughly $4 a pop. So you have to really ask yourself, is this really worth $8? So far, I'm leaning towards no. This better be a really pretty mean ice cream dessert that I really want to eat periodically on keto if I really want to be able to really give this a good review. So we're going to go ahead and cap them, put them in the freezer, and I'll let you know how they are tomorrow once they go about being good. Alright, so I've got them already plugged in, although one of them is barely even touching down there. I kind of just put that there just more or less to cover it from getting exposed to everything else I keep in the freezer. But other than that, this better be really good, and the price really better be right if FitFreeze expects to get my business again. But of course, if they want to send me some samples so I could do more reviews, hey, I'm all up for that as well. But I try to keep things very honest and very real, because I'm looking at this from the same point of view as any other consumer would, and that is from a combination of budgeting as well as health and trying to find that right balance. So here we are, about 20 or so hours later after I froze the FitFreeze into these 2 1/3 pathetically small amount here. And by not taking them out of the mold, I can definitely see there's a large inconsistency with how they blend it out. It looks like a couple of different looks here. Now, of course, that could have been on me, where I didn't maybe blend it long enough because I didn't want it to be warm soup, more or less. So I'm going to go ahead and strain these out, run some warm water on the molds, make sure they pop out, and I'll go ahead and try one and let you know what to think. Then I'll leave the other one for my wife and maybe the kids to try out, and then I'll give my review afterwards. So now I've taken the FitFreeze pop out of the mold there, and have more or less, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at it. First thing I noticed was, like a lot of these organic / vegan / sugar-free / no glucose, gluten-free, all these gimmicky type of diet ice cream alternatives, all usually have this same composition where on the outside it's got that little like slimy kind of composition on it, because there's no fat in it or hardly any fat at all. A lot of them are fat free. That's the consistency in which you're going to get. Now, first impressions are that the flavoring is actually not bad. But when I consider the fact that I paid $7.99 for a sample of this, which including shipping, and I was only able to get 2 1/3 of a pop, more or less, I'm looking at a $4 ice cream bar right here, more or less. Something that you'd expect to pay at like a Disney World or premium Häagen-Dazs or whatever. Not something, and of course I can't get into the specifics about how much it is on FitFreeze's website. Click on the link below in the description. That way you can see what the current prices are. I would say if you want to be an enthusiast and you want to take a shot at it because you're on keto and you want to have it once in a blue moon, it's probably not a bad thing. But overall, I would have to say that I'd have to pass on it, just because I think the price point is just too expensive for the average person. Unless a person where money is not an object and they really want guilt-free ice cream, this is probably the way to go. Something that I've always done, and something that you could probably do as well, is maybe just take some low-sugar fruits like strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and maybe add some stevia, Splenda, or some other no-sugar artificial sweetener, or even like a natural no-sugar sweetener, And you could really make your own pops. You could even take some of those GNC lean body keto friendly shakes, those protein shakes, which are pretty good, and you can freeze those and make those into healthy snacks as well. That's another option as well. So that's going to be it for my review. They're overall delicious, but I'm going to have to pass on it and say I certainly won't buy it again. But by all means, don't take my word for it. Give it a shot yourself. Thanks so much for listening. If you like the video, please rate, share, and subscribe. Have a nice one.